No, I mean, I'm turning off the volume. Oh, wait, can I scream here?
You can scream in here.
Mustard! Mustard! Can I move here?
No.
Boom!
Welcome everyone to Mort's Garage. I'm here with a very special guest. You have a wonderful YouTube channel. We've both been part of the Pixel Game Squad.
Yes,
That's
sir.
how I met you.
Yes, sir. Oh.
And your phone.
Our first glimpse of Gabbo.
He'll tell us what to do.
This is the first pickups video ever on Mort's Garage. Everyone, get hyped, get excited. I can't do a video like this alone.
Happiness!
How far back do your pickups go?
4 to 6 months.
4 to 6 months. Mine
Yes.
go back to January. So
Okay.
I'm talking about pickups from the year. So I'm not going to show everything, but I'm going to show a few highlights of things and talk about why we got
Me
them.
too.
I'm actually going to start, if I may. This.
Oh, that's sick.
Well, hold on a second.
Uh-oh.
There's price tags on it. That's because I'm not just doing a pickups video. I'm also doing a let go video. I am selling this and getting rid of this to make room for what I got, which is I picked up this.
Oh, that's sick.
I love the fight sticks. I love the idea of the fight sticks, but I almost never use them. I had that Blaze Blue one. I got it in a great deal on Offra, but I kind of thought, I don't know, I don't have love for it. But Capcom, I do. I mean, look, there's Beautiful Joe right there.
Oh.
There's Ryu right there. Have you heard of Street Fighter before? Little game series that's
yeah,
popular in arcades.
I think I play like
once or twice.
Yeah.
I love this thing. Check it
Oh,
out.
it's so pretty. Wait a minute. Did you get that in Phoenix?
No, I got this from Riffo. Look at this controller. Isn't that thing sweet?
Oh, so
I mean,
sweet.
this is what I've needed to finally beat you at Street Fighter.
Good luck with that.
What do you got?
A really good one. Sega Mega Drive. I won this in an auction in Phoenix. Look at this.
Looks like a shoebox.
Yes, sir. Look at this.
Because it is a
It's
shoe.
shoes.
Dude.
It's so sick. I'm debating if I gonna wear this because it's so awesome.
Yeah.
It smells good.
Let me see. These are not worn yet.
Nope.
No, especially by a man who embodies the spirit of Chewbacca.
I like the power button. Somebody told me if you wear this and hit the power button, you're gonna run like Sonic.
This is Kirby's Block Ball. This is a Game Boy game. I thought it would be kind of like pinball, but it's actually like Arkanoid. Instead of the metal ball shooting, you're Kirby, and you're bouncing up and trying to break all the blocks. A fun game. It has some extra little properties to it that make it fun and interesting. It's not just Arkanoid with a pink blobby Kirby. I'm collecting anything that's first-party Nintendo that I don't have.
On everything or only Game Boy?
Everything.
What about if I say I'm first party Nintendo? Are you gonna collect me?
Yes.
Happiness. Check this out. This is
What
so
the heck
cool.
is that?
I bought this a couple of months ago.
Wow.
In an event that I don't remember right now. But dude, as soon as I saw this,
It was yours.
it was mine. Really, I think Asby. You know Asby, right?
No.
He's a seller from here, from SoCal. Really cool dude. I didn't have the guts to open it and play with it.
So that's brand new and sealed.
Oh, what do you think?
That's open. Now, did it come with Resident Evil with it originally, I wonder?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
This is a third party, but yeah, I don't see any Capcom thing.
Have you played many PlayStation Move games before?
To be honest now.
It's a great peripheral.
Really?
It is. I think that the Sony-made gray gun with the PlayStation Move, it's about as good as you can get on a home console to replicate the arcade experience. I know it could be more pinpoint, but for my taste, I really like it.
Better than the Wii?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, Gabo.
Yes.
How do you feel about strategy games?
I'm not very fan of it.
But what if it has a triangle?
The triangle make everything.
You can't rhyme triangle, can you?
It's difficult.
The triangle makes it an triangle strategy. Whoa,
Is that tall?
this is the PAL release because PAL got not only this game, but they got it with this special edition. There's not a lot of special editions for this one, but there was no US special edition. I got this baby brand new right after it came out. I think I paid a little over retail on it, but this is the main reason I wanted it. Look at that.
Oh, that's beauties.
How cool is that?
That's
steel
so
book?
beautiful.
There's not much in here. It comes with the game. It comes with a poster. It comes with like
Oh, look at that.
some dice and a deck of cards.
You want to play some dice?
No, I'm good. I love this box. It's
It
beautiful.
looks like a book.
Yeah, it's
Love it.
awesome.
Did you play it yet, the game, or not?
Let's move on to the next item in our.
What's this about, Gabo?
I don't know if I ever told you. I'm deep into the NES
Hold
hole.
on. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
You just doubled up on I don't know if I ever told you.
Oh, that's
Inception level. I don't know if I ever told you.
Yeah, I mean, that's new.
Wow.
And this is your first
Hold on.
pickup video.
Let's have a 3-second moment of impact silence where we just sit with that for a minute. Just sit with that.
Probably you guys already know, and you know, I'm deep into the NES hole.
Yes.
You know what is the NES hole?
That is the honey hole of NES games?
Yes. So
Are you going for a complete set?
this is what I always say. I cannot say I'm going to a complete set because I cannot buy stadium events.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
Well, not with that attitude.
And you know, there's a couple of NES games. I will try to collect as much as I can. So this is one of the bangers. I'm starting with the bangers.
Bangers.
Chip and Dale number 2. Really good shape. Actually,
That's a repro, dude.
it's okay. Who doesn't like Chip and Dale on NES?
No. NES Capcom is just
It's the
way.
best.
Yeah. Have you played this?
Yeah.
Good.
Nice. Oh!
Remember, everybody, these are bangers.
I'm going to do a smattering of titles for this section of my pickup.
Wait. What is a smattering?
Smattering.
What is that?
It's like a cavalcade.
What is cavalcade?
It's like an enormity.
Oh my god. What is enormity?
Hold on. I got it.
What?
It's like a plethora.
Okay. Is that it? Like a that's like a Italian dish?
A smattering is a large amount of random things.
Oh,
So,
okay, cool.
Hey, Gabo, now teach more.
Voy a tratar de hacer un deal con él en español. Vamos a ver si me entiende. ¿De qué trata este juego?
I'm not mocking the language, okay? I'm just trying to speak it.
No, but you know what? This is a good excuse for me to help you.
Teach me.
I grabbed 40 Winks. I grabbed this at the swap meet. It was developed for the N64 and the PS1 at the same time. N64 one gets canceled, but the PS1 still comes out. It's a generic 3D platformer with some interesting visually artistic elements to it. The title Move Over Mario, a little strong. Engine Racing, like engine racing. This just looked kind of cool. I think I got this for $5 or $10. Burning Road, I got this from Secret Game Stash, aka Juan.
El Juan.
I think just racing games, I'm always willing to take a chance on them, especially if they're arcade racing games. So grab this guy.
Those are the best ones, let's be honest.
Rush, San Francisco Rush, God tier.
Cruising USA.
Cruising USA, love that. Did you play the one on the Switch?
Not
Cruising
yet.
Blast? It's really
It's
good.
really good?
There's an AI problem with it, but if they can fix that, it would be a perfect game.
All right.
Bug Riders is a game where you ride on bugs, hence the name Bug Riders.
Who doesn't like to ride on bugs?
Thanks, Ants. Thanks.
I
Thanks
did
to
it
you.
this morning. It's so awesome.
What kind of bug did you ride?
A bee.
A bee?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And
awesome.
you know how was the road?
This is a good video.
You know what is the sound they make?
Beep, beep.
The other one is Aladdin Nasira's Revenge. This is a 3D Aladdin game. The reason I bought this was because the seller at the swap meet literally had his store burned down the weekend prior.
Oh, okay.
And he needed some cash.
Normally, what I heard about the Aladdin games, video games are really good.
But you're usually hearing about the Capcom ones. This one,
that's true.
who made this one? This is Disney Interactive.
Did I ever tell you that I bought a collection?
Yes. Great video on your channel.
Thank you,
doing
thank
that.
you,
Yeah.
sir. So this is one of those games in the collection. This is a keeper. What amazing game, dude!
That's top 3 NES
CIB.
games for
In
me.
that collection, there was a lot of great games, but let's be honest. In order for me to keep buying more NES expensive games, I have to sell games.
Yeah.
So I end up selling the majority of that collection, but I'm keeping this one and other games that I'm gonna show you in a bit.
What do you love about that game?
I love the shooting mechanic.
The best thing about that game is this, where you're facing this way and you just go.
Boom, boom. Yep.
You shoot behind your head. It's the coolest
Yep.
thing.
Yep. I love this game, man.
You know what? That's Gears of War before there was Gears of War. They just did like a classic Blizzard games compilation.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You got the Lost Vikings too, right?
That's right. Lost Vikings is on it.
Is this game that collection?
Rock and Roll Racing's on it. Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, very cool. Let me try that again without looking down at the ground. Very cool.
Thank you, sir.
My favorite system, nostalgically and otherwise, went for the full box set, is
Of course.
the Nintendo 64. However, there's a few Japanese boxes that I really wanted, particularly for The Legend of Zelda.
Oh,
this is so amazing, this artwork. I love how this looks. And these Japanese boxes are so much cheaper than
Really?
the US ones. I really just wanted this artwork.
Oh,
and I wanted it in the original.
sick.
But I love this gray, black sort of ness to it. And then the way Link looks on Epona. It's just such a cool looking item.
I gotta be honest, man. I never seen a Japanese N64 box.
No?
Never.
I have this one. I have Sin and Punishment. And I have Rakuga Kids. Rakuga Kids is one of the most English-friendly import games you can get.
Nice.
So I have the Japanese one, and all the language, everything in it is in English. So it's very easy to play.
Okay, another dumb question.
Hey. There's no dumb questions here, bro.
Okay, thank you.
What was your question, though?
Can you play those games in the regular N64 game?
What a dumb question. You can't. It's very easy to modify a Japanese Nintendo 64 or an English Nintendo 64 to be region-free because it's not in the software or the hardware. It's literally a plastic piece in the N64.
I think they removed one of those parts in my brain.
How dare you? This is the adapter wonder, and you can also pop this in an English N64, and then any N64 game can go on there. PAL games don't read on English N64s because they have a different frame rate. It just won't show up visually on your N64, but Japanese ones do.
Terminator for NES, CIB. Look at this box, man.
Terminate who?
Terminator.
Who?
I was in a event I think like 2 months ago, and I was, hunting over there, and I saw a cool vendor that has it on his table. I was looking for the game, but having it CIB is way better. But look at that box. Oh, who doesn't love Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Who doesn't? Is the Terminator game actually fun?
I will say 5 out of 10. It's average. It's not that bad, but it's not that good.
Nice.
So it is what it is.
It gets a certified, it is
It's what it is. Yeah.
The Terminator. My copy of this movie didn't work anymore, and so I had to buy another one. This is Everything is Illuminated with Elijah Wood and, more importantly, the singer of this band called Gogol Bordello, which is this sort of crazy, a gypsy punk band. I don't know how else to describe them. They're really their own thing. This movie's really funny, and it's really heartwarming. There are aspects of it that are really interesting visually, but also just emotionally, it hits really hard. But the journey to getting there is really funny. I don't really buy DVDs anymore, but I can't find this streaming anywhere. I can't find this.
Oh, that's cool.
This is one that I had to get back in my collection and rewatch. I love this movie.
I need to see it. I need to watch that movie. It's gonna make me cry.
Yeah, but that's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
But you will be laughing your butt off the whole way through. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
I like laughing my butt off. Did I ever tell you I collect for the OG Expos?
You do collect for the OG Xbox.
It's been okay. I bought this
It's
game.
still a great system. Better than the GameCube. I'm gonna say it. I think the first-party GameCubes are obviously amazing, but the multi-platform Xbox all day.
Better than the PS2.
Not even a question.
I bought this a couple of months. Actually, yeah, this was in SoCal, and I bought it because it's sealed.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm planning to grade this game.
Are you?
Yes, sir.
Leave my garage.
Did you play this before?
I have not. I've played like an hour of it, and it was okay. I didn't.
I mean, I like it. Yeah. I like this generation Castlevania games. The seal make me smell it.
No, the seal makes you squeal.
I change it.
The next game I let go of is Samurai Jack on the Nintendo GameCube. After playing it for a bit, I found that it was a good game, a decent game. I picked this up cheap a while back, and it has since become one of the harder to find GameCube games. Nothing felt wrong with it, but it was pretty mediocre overall as a gameplay experience. But given the other ways I could be spending my time with higher rated 3D action games that I haven't played yet, and just a general lack of interest in the Samurai Jack franchise, on its own, the rarity of the game was not a compelling enough reason for me to keep it, so it's gone. We talked earlier about arcade racing games. Here's one for the GameCube that I wanted to add.
Ooh.
Hot Wheels World Race. I got this at the swap meet for, I think, $7 or $8. It's a fine arcade racing game.
And it's CIB.
CIB. The track design and level layout's fun. They got all these great reviews on the new PS5 one that just came out.
You saw the console, dude?
No. Well...
That's cool. For some reason, the Hot Wheel games are hot.
Really?
Okay, another
different one.
I don't collect PS4 anymore, but
I love PS4.
I have to buy this game. It is sealed, and something deep inside of me say, buy it. It's gonna be difficult to find in the future, and it looks like it's true.
Are you planning to open it, or are you gonna?
I'm playing it on the Game Pass.
Yeah.
They have it on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Thank you, Xbox.
This is Metroid Prime Pinball. I found the game cartridge by itself at Caesar's booth, but I didn't have the box or the manual. I love pinball games. Why didn't Samus become a pinball person earlier?
It's perfect.
It's creatively designed with the dual screen elements and all that they can do with it. And this is a really hard game to find. It's going for like around $80-100 plus right now. So
wow.
I think I paid $50 or $60 for it complete in box. Sold off the cartridge only. That was the double that came with it. Which...
Day and night she talks, each word more useless than the next.
Another banger for my NES whole collection.
Is that the math one?
Yes, sir. And you know what is the best thing? 5 Screws.
Hey.
Don't ask me about this game because I never played it before. I don't plan to play it.
It'll teach you math.
Ah, cool. I bought this from Game Tower. Thank you, Elliot.
Oh, I love those guys. If you can find the box for that, you can retire. But yeah.
Oh, really? Well, the only thing I can say is 5 Screw, and I love the cover.
What kid wanted to have their parents come home on Christmas with Donkey Kong Jr. math? Is it going to be like, Kung Fu or Excite Bike? It's math. This is Bounty Hounds. I had literally never seen it before, and it's not often at this stage of my life that I come across a game that I haven't at least heard about. So
Wait. You never heard about that game?
No.
Never? And you are more than 40 years old and you never hear that?
I should just leave. Cover of it looked really interesting, and then I saw Bandai Namco and some developer I'd never heard of. I haven't played this yet. I do intend to play it, and I do intend to keep it, but it's just so...
But it looks cool.
It's so odd and so interesting that
it was expensive?
$25. Yeah.
You know what? I was telling this to my wife the other day.
Yeah.
Probably...
Were you saying, like, baby, I love you, and...
oh, baby, I love
you. Ways.
I don't know why I cannot play PSP anymore. Probably it's because of my hands are so big.
The fingers you have used to dial are too fat.
I have had arthritis types of things. This is the thing. You think you're going to collect these games and play them.
Yeah.
But then you get older and you're like, old age doesn't work too well with a game controller.
Especially NES controller, the original one. So something different. I bought this the other day in Whatnot. Really, really amazing price.
Yeah.
I'm collecting buttons now, especially the Nintendo ones from the 90s.
The buttons, yeah?
Yeah. It's a 3D one, so I'm trying to show in the Donkey Kong. But this is the one in the stores. They used to wear it and say, hey, you want to buy Donkey Kong?
Have you played Donkey Kong 64?
I'm not a fan.
Yeah,
but
it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
The worst thing about that game is that it came after the 2D ones, which are just classics.
Yeah.
But then also the worst thing about it is they made everything collectible in it in a way that's not fun.
Day and night she...
That was the era that everything was moving from 2D to 3D.
True.
So I will say, nice try. It has to be 2D. It has to stay. Make it 2D.
But they did, because they brought back Tropical Freeze and all
and
that.
you see the difference?
And that was the right way to do it.
It's a great game.
Anyway. That's good! I am on NIS America's email list because I get time to time sent stuff by them, and I like ordering directly from their website special edition games. This is one that is really interesting.
Ooh.
Called Yuru Kill. It's like a hybrid of a few different genres. This game is a combination of shooter and visual novel. So
nice.
very, very much like a very niche type of a game that not everyone's going to want to love, which is why it makes sense to do a collector's edition. All these NIS American games, maybe a year after they come out and they're done with the run, end up just shooting way up in price. So even if you think it's kind of interesting, it's worth getting, because a year later or whatever, when you might hear about the game, it ends up costing 4 times as much. Which
That's
is really
so you.
unfortunate. What?
That's so you.
That I'm a classic that goes up in value?
Yes.
Everyone is saying gabble this and gabble that.
Another banger for NES.
Oh!
Swamp Thing. Have you ever played this game?
No, I heard it's horrible.
Yes.
Out of 5.
The artwork
Show the
worth the
people.
price.
Look at that.
It's one of the biggest one. Actually I bought this from Game Tower too.
So, are you the one who's gonna help Elliot gold plate his pool in his backyard?
Yes.
Yeah.
I already did with his with his room.
Yeah.
We go play the restroom. The toilet is gold.
Because of all the money you spent there.
Oh yeah.
It's interesting about NES games is I thought that they peaked and they were going to start doing this, and indeed they were kind of starting to do this. Then the pandemic hit, and
let me tell you something. It's so fun to collect NES.
totally.
Super fun because there's so many. And my plan is finish NES and then jump to Super NES.
People will say often, like, why do you collect physical copies of games? Great question. If you want to just play the game, you
Yeah.
don't need to spend $1,000 on
And
an
that's
old
so
gray
true.
cartridge. At the same time, there's a feeling about playing a game on the original console that we have this unfortunate thing of being nostalgic for that feeling.
There you go. Especially when you can find the game CIB.
Yeah.
And you open and you see the manual and all the
all there.
memories start
Totally.
coming back, and then you feel super old.
Yeah.
Especially when you grab the controller.
Did you ever play games with like a floppy disk back in the day on like a computer?
Yes. Back in the school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, I'm old.
We're both old. Welcome to our depressing channel. All right. Game Boy boxes.
Ooh.
I don't have the Game & Watch Gallery number 1, but I have number 2, number 3, and number 4. I got these at Book Off.
Yeah.
I used to have a Game & Watch when I was a kid, and it was the one where you're in a boat and you're going back and forth trying to get all the parachuting people.
Oh, I never played.
This is, again, in the effort to collect first-party Nintendo games.
Oh, that's so.
Especially
I was
in-
going to say, man. I was thinking it was like a Chinese knockoff because it's too shiny.
And then they had these games for like 10 or 20 bucks each. I like these series and I just wanted to get them. One is Bust a Move.
Oh, I love that cover, dude.
yeah.
So awesome.
I just love this game. I love puzzle games. Rayman Advance. This is the PS1 version of Rayman on the Game Boy.
You know what is cool about the Game Boy Advance?
No.
We'll be back after this commercial for Gubbo Airlines.
I'm gonna do a 2-for-1 here.
Yeah, twofer.
Who doesn't like this series, dude? Final Fantasy 2 and 3.
You said
Cuba.
Final Fantasy, but that looks like Final
Oh my
Fight.
god. Which one you like most? 2 or 3?
That's tough. I think they all have their respective charms. I remember when I was a kid and those games were coming out, they all just felt the same to me.
The beat 'em ups?
Yeah. What's your favorite?
I will say the first one, to be honest.
The original Final Fight.
Yes.
More than 2 and 3.
Yes. But since we have, I have here 2 and 3, I have
Hold
to go.
on. I gotta let that soak in for a minute. I mean, that's a real hot take.
Yeah.
You know what used to be cool, but now wasn't cool, but now is cool for me?
Oh, that's weird.
Is Amiibos, and I picked up this one, Min Min from the ARMS series. First, have you played ARMS?
Never.
It's a great game.
I remember asking Rifo about it. He told me it's great.
My kids and I love to play it together as well. This Amiibo came out, and then I think within like a week, I couldn't find it anywhere anymore. So
When it came out.
earlier this year, I don't remember when. I like the ARMS characters, I like the series, and I like them Amiibos.
I think the Amiibo is a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Especially coming from Nintendo.
Well, it
so
turned out to
many
be.
so many awesome characters. So, talking about awesome characters.
Oh, good transition.
Hey, you go. See, I'm not that dumb.
I don't think you're dumb.
This is my favorite fighting game on Super NES.
More than the one after it.
Yes. And of course, I have to have it for my collection.
Yeah.
This is Street Fighter 2 Turbo. CIB.
Yep.
I got it in that collection that I bought. This one is one of the keepers.
Beautiful.
Really, really great game. You still need to beat me on Street Fighter, so
I will.
good luck with it.
Yeah. The thing is, which version of Street Fighter, because they all play exactly the same. Who is your character on Street Fighter?
Ryu or Ryu.
Shoot, mine too. This is Chrono Cross on the Nintendo Switch. This is the Radical Dreamers edition, so they updated the graphics a little bit to it. You know, it's the spiritual sequel to Chrono Trigger.
Okay.
And there was not a physical version released in the US as far as I can tell, unless I'm wrong. So I got this on PlayAsia, and I think I spent 25 or 30 bucks on it. Here's the original one on the PS1. Mine has the soundtrack as well. Now you can play it old school and new school.
I'm keeping this one for nostalgia themes.
Understood.
and it's really, really great game. What do you think about this?
I've never been a big Mortal Kombat guy. I think like especially the newer ones, I can't do it. It's a little too over the top for me. But it's always been a little too over the top. That's the appeal of it, which I understand. I have heard that the N64 one is a really rough port of it. The other versions of it, like Dreamcast and stuff, are the better ways to go. What's your take?
I played the PS1 one, and it sucks because the loading screens and the loading time.
Yeah.
I never played the Dreamcast one. I think there's a Saturn one.
You know what?
Dreamcast is Mortal Kombat Gold.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think that's the best one. But I think this one is really good. This game came out on Christmas, I think, if I'm not wrong. And the next day, we flew to Colombia to spend the Christmas over there. Mm-hmm. And I remember being there thinking about going back to play this game. What is your favorite Mortal Kombat character?
That series just doesn't appeal to me, so I don't have like a favorite. If I had to pick one, Scorpion probably, because his moveset was pretty easy for me to understand.
Same here. So you think Street Fighter is better than Mortal Kombat?
Street Fighter is a more fun, playable experience for me than Mortal Kombat is.
Cool.
Yeah. There's a game that I really liked a lot on the Nintendo Switch and PS4 called The Liar Princess and the Blind King, I believe it's called. It's sort of like Braid or like some of these platforming games where there's a really strong puzzle element into it, but the art style is this painterly, beautiful looking art style. And NIS America announces this next game, and I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna be the same kind of a thing, and here it is, The Cruel King and the Great Hero. And so I'm thinking, great, it's gonna be another one of those kinds of games. It's not. It's just an RPG, but it's like a very simple RPG. But the reason I got this is because it looks so much like that other game, and the art style looks so similar, but apparently they're quite different. This one came as a special edition with this little plushie guy and this little puzzle set.
Oh.
Pretty cool little combo package. I like weird stuff like this in my collection.
That's what I'm saying. So you.
But this is the kind of thing, again, later on down the road, you'll be like, what is this?
That's weird.
But even the little plushie, for you collectors that are watching this 10 years from now, came in this plastic bag.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but even if you think that this looks dumb, in box.
CIB.
Dude!
This has to be a keeper, bro. It was in that first collection that I bought. Batman Returns, one of my favorite super...
Who cares about this game? That box looks clean. Can I see it?
Yeah.
So tell me about this game. Have you played through this very much?
I play it like 3 stages. To be honest, I never finish it.
Wow.
Look at that.
Dude,
I love the art in that game.
Too. Yep. These Super Nintendo boxes held up great.
Yeah. You know what I learned the other day?
No.
You need to open from this side. You see that little spot over there?
Oh, yeah.
That's telling you
use
need
your
to
finger.
Yeah.
Oh, that totally makes sense.
Ooh.
I have these bongos already, but I don't have the Donkey Kong Jungle Beat official bongo box.
Oh, nice.
This game is really wild. It's really interesting. You use the bongo controller as the controller for the game.
It costs you $20?
Oh, yeah. Look at this. The sticker on this new was $20, $19.99. I think I paid $50 for this, maybe. And we're showing some really good pickups, but I want to show you some other things I've let go of in the past year. Say goodbye to these from Mort's Garage.
Say goodbye to the ones that you love. Say goodbye to the ones you love.
Night Trap is a 1992 game that got a remaster and re-release in 2017 for most modern platforms. The game was frustrating to play, and its campy cinematics might be better enjoyed on YouTube without having to frantically press buttons and watch multiple screens for specific cues. This is the special edition PlayStation Vita version from Limited Run Games that was released in 2018. Unfortunately, the game is supposedly broken without a downloadable patch, which even then doesn't resolve its glaring problems. While I'm not sure to the present state of the Vita version, all these factors combined meant it needed to go, even though only 1,400 physical releases were made.
I don't know if I ever told you,
No.
This was one of my most wanted. Not only NES games, just game. I was so lucky that I found it CIB in Phoenix. Look. Wow. The Law of the Claw. Really, 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 really great game. I love it. And it's Capcom. You can never go wrong with Capcom.
You can go wrong with Capcom.
Have you ever played this game?
I have not, but I have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Why was this your most wanted game in your collection?
First, because it's Capcom. Second, because it's expensive. And third, I don't know, dude. I love the cover.
It's so metal.
Yes.
And you are like Mr. Metal.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I'm a soft skin metal guy.
Soft skin metal guy. What's the game like?
It's like a mix of 2D platform and overhead, like a little RPG. Talking with this guy and talking with that guy. It's a little different as a Demon Crest.
Kind of like Animal Crossing.
Wow. In hell.
I got really into collecting official guides for N64 era games, so I'm going to show a few of those. Here's the official Nintendo Player's Guide for the Ocarina of Time. Even if it's in bad condition, I don't care. I just love flipping through this stuff.
You got the poster?
It's got a map. It's in bad shape. Yeah, it's not in great shape, but that's okay. This is what got me into the Zelda stuff, you know, to begin with. So this game in particular, I'm just a fan.
And they're getting expensive.
I know.
The guides and the Nintendo powers too.
Yeah, okay. I'm seeing Nintendo powers now get into like the hundreds of dollars. Yeah. Here is the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition for the GameCube, but this is the one that has all of the original games. So Zelda 1, Zelda 2, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. This was all on one disc on the GameCube.
You have to explain that for the young people, for the youngest people that are watching this.
What do you mean?
Back in the days, we didn't have internet. It was word of mouth
or
going to Electronic Boutique, Funko Land, and pick one of these and look.
I remember IGN, before it was IGN, was called N64.com. Then it became IGN64.com, and then it just became IGN.com. And I would feverishly read, you know, tips and tricks and stuff from them, or game previews from them. But now if I'm stuck on a place on a game, I can go to YouTube and look something up. I couldn't do that back then. I had to look up these beautiful little babies. Here's the Four Swords Link to the Past one for Zelda. Here is the Wind Waker Jet Force Gemini on the N64. One of the worst controlling, most frustrating games that I still absolutely love.
But you know what is funny? The game is really fun for me.
Oh, totally.
I love it.
The problem was they made you, in order to actually beat the game, you have to save all of the little teddy bears. And if you don't save them, you can't beat the game. And there are parts of the game that are mercilessly difficult because the teddy bears just wander out into fire and then you have to start the whole thing over.
Did you play on Rare Replay for the Xbox?
Yes.
Okay.
And then how about two of the best games on the N64? Star Wars Rogue Squadron and Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. You know, if Limited Run was able to publish physical carts, I would love it if there was like a shooter collection that could come out. I would buy that all day with better frame rates and draw distances. This is my favorite guide, though, because it looks so terrible. It looks like someone was learning Photoshop for the first time in the 90s, and they're like, hey, freshman class, we need you guys to give us a guide cover by the end of the hour. And someone was like, how about this?
What's Gabbo?
I figure it's some guy's name. Some guy named Gabbo.
One of the best Super NES games.
Man.
And the cool thing is,
I want this game.
I have it with the menu.
Sunset Riders.
Yeah! What is your favorite character?
I mean, the guy cowboy, the blue shirt. I mean, he's who I would just by default go and pick each time.
In my humble opinion, one of the best Super NES games.
Yeah, it's such a fun game.
Now it's in my collection.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Guardians of the Galaxy on the Xbox One. The reason I loved this game was because I expected nothing of it, and then people like Happy Console Gamer and others were talking about, oh, it's actually a really good game. Marvel just cannot quit making interesting products. I don't know what is happening with them.
It's a great game.
The story on this
is really good.
It's so good. The thing you have to get over is that it's not voice acted by anyone from the original
and the looks
movie.
alike either.
And they look totally different as well. It took me a little bit to get over that. Once I got to it, I loved it.
Dude, I love it since I start playing.
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
When the kid is in the room, you saw how many throwbacks.
Yeah.
Iron Maiden,
they have
Judas Priest.
Just a ton of metal references all throughout it, and it's great. It's so well crafted, but the story beats from when it starts to when you get a reprieve to when it goes. I think this is better than Uncharted. I think Uncharted's story, particularly Uncharted 4, started off so good, one of the best stories ever, and then it meanders a bunch and just gets really boring.
Talking the series or the first game?
The fourth game. I'm not saying Uncharted's a bad game. I'm just saying in the series, number 4 was like so promising, and then it just meandered too much. This story just is so well paced. The gameplay was fun. It's not anything that I was like, I can't wait to play the game next, like Halo or some of those games.
It's nothing new. It's just like the Avengers.
Actually, I would disagree with you a little bit. I thought it was a little bit inventive how you controlled your team.
Okay.
There are branching pathways if you can choose going one way or going the other way, so it does warrant multiple playthroughs. I just thought they did so good with this game. It got sort of, I think, overlooked by everyone. I can't say enough positive things about it. It's one of my favorite games I've played in the last couple of years.
They can make a movie from that game.
You really could.
Because the story is really good.
I will have to say this. The art design, not just the quality of the graphics, but the art design, the way that they drew things, the way the worlds that they're in, the very colorful craziness of it is so good.
The dialogues is really funny, really cool. I really like that game.
And it has good, it knows when to be funny and it knows when to be emotionally engaged.
Yeah.
It's not just like quips and puns, like you feel with the characters. So.
Good job, Mort.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do a 3-4-1 here, Super NES, and this is a must have in my collection. Let's start with one of my top 10 ever. Probably you're smiling. You know what
I know.
You know where I'm going.
I do.
Super Castlevania.
Mario's letters and numbers.
Super Castlevania 4, one of my favorite games.
What makes this one of your favorite games?
Believe it or not, the music. It's one of those soundtracks that I can sit down while I'm working and listen to it. Gameplay, graphics, everything.
Yep.
Really, really amazing game. Thanks, Game Tower again.
Okay, hold on. We got to check something.
Uh-oh.
There's 2 official versions of this that look a little different from one another.
The card, you say?
Yeah. Okay. So one of these is this one, which it says made in Japan, which you can see here.
And the Mexican one.
And then there's one that says made in Mexico. Sometimes people might get like the Japanese cartridge, but the Mexico box. The made in Mexico one has a more papery feel.
No, and it's lighter.
It's lighter.
And it doesn't have this part.
The Mexico one is official, but the quality of the Japan one I think is just a little better.
Yeah. One of my most precious treasures in my collection, and also one of my favorite Super NES games.
Yeah.
And it is sealed, and it got the Kmart stickers. I pay good amount of money for this game, but trust me, it worth it.
Well, the sticker says $59.99.
I wish, no, $29.99.
$29.99. The price is reduced. Oh, if
and
only
the
we
other
knew
one,
then what we know now.
And the other one,
I want this so bad.
Oh, so many people want this one.
Yeah.
You know how many offers? Sorry, Tiny. Look.
Yeah.
CIB still have the original plastic.
That's so great.
With the H seal.
What's the sticker from? KB? Virgin, yeah.
I don't know that store.
Virgin Megastore was a record store back in the 90s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't know finding a copy of this game like this, CIB was so difficult. When I found this and I started showing pictures, then I did the video. There was a lot of people contacting me oh, you're gonna sell that game?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, no.
Speaking of Ninja Turtles, this has been the year of the Turtles. Let's start with a couple of releases. I picked up this one, which was the Shredder's Revenge. Okay.
That's so beautiful.
If you go to my channel on my shorts, I have an unboxing of this where I go through all of this. It's got all this fun stuff in it. The game is great. It's such a great throwback.
Wait.
What's up?
That's my game of the year.
It's a great game.
It's an amazing game.
The only thing that I think could have made it any different is I wonder what it would look like, and if not from gameplay, but graphically, if they made it like a 3D instead of a sprite-based. But I don't think that would make it better. I just would be curious if they tried to really go hard on the graphics, but kept the 2D style gameplay. What that would be
for
like.
me, I will say the way they draw the characters.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that much. It looks like the Turtles with a big head.
Yeah.
I prefer like they used to do the original one, but it's a really great game.
Really great game.
Amazing game. Go play it.
Speaking of special edition Turtles, this is the Cowabunga collection on the Nintendo Switch. I also have an unboxing video of this on my channel. There's a lot in this thing, but I just have to say Konami did this one right.
Yes.
And
thank you, Konami, finally.
This is a great collection. It's really lovingly crafted. All the originals are in this collection. I think it's like a $30 or $40 collection for all of those games with a lot of features, with a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff about making the games. If your childhood had the Ninja Turtles in it, it is a must-have game.
Talking about Konami, I got a 2-for-1 here. Turtles in Time.
Not for resale!
Not for resale.
Wow.
I got this in SoCal.
Wow.
A couple of months ago. Really, really amazing price.
$10?
Kind of.
Yeah.
15.
That's the weird thing about learning all this stuff with collecting is these different little corners of it.
Yeah.
Like not for resale games to me is just okay.
What is that?
Thing.
What is the theme behind not for resale? Do
just-
you know the story about that game?
Yeah, so I think it's just obscurity. People like collecting it because it's hard to find. There's no other reason why. Because if you want to play the full game, you can't. That's just like 1 or 2 levels, I think, because it would have been in like a kiosk at the store.
Okay.
So you could play the game, and they would denote that it was a version of the game, so people couldn't play the whole game in the store. So you would play one level, and they'd go, "That's how the game is.
Okay.
Now go buy the full copy."
You can have it for $500 if you want.
No.
And talking about Konami, I have to go with this one, Contra Force.
Hey.
It's not that good as the other Contra.
I've heard that.
But it's not bad either.
Do you think people just kind of dogged on it because it was not as good?
It doesn't feel like Contra. It is like run and gun game, but probably people doesn't like it because they have the Contra name on it.
Well, and isn't there a cake building thing in it where you build like a birthday cake for your friends?
I don't know.
These are my biggins. I have every N64 game in its original box, and I'm missing 2 manuals. But I don't have all the controllers and all the accessories in box. But if I see them for a good deal, I pick them up. Here are 3 controllers that I got in box. The first one I got at Game On Expo is the red one.
I love the boxes, dude, especially for the Stormtrooper over there.
Yeah, it's so cool.
On the side of Mario.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
I got the red one, I got the blue one, and though it's a little beat up, I did get the green one as well. I love looking at this stuff and being reminded of what those times were like, and also just the love and care that went into promoting these and how they looked back then.
Question.
It's cool. Yeah.
How many controllers variant the N64 has?
Official N64 controllers, there's a lot of different variants. I don't know how many. I would guess like 10 to 15. You can buy it at the store. And then there's maybe 2 or 3 like the N64 Gold controller that Twisted has, or...
Oh, yeah.
There's also a couple other ones, like the DK controller you could get through Nintendo Power, then the Nintendo Power controller. Those controllers can cost hundreds, if not thousands of dollars.
Another 2 that I was looking for. One is very expensive. Thank you, Game Tower, for making it happen. And the other one, this was a most wanted too. I really love this game. Power Blade 2.
Oh, wow.
Really good game.
Yeah.
Really great. It's so expensive, but it's worth it because the game is really good.
You think it's worth it?
No.
But it's worth it in that sense that a lot of these expensive games like Swamp Thing are not very
They
good.
sucks. Yeah, they're not good.
But this game
is really good.
really good.
And this one too. Frankenstein.
That's Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
It's pronounced Frankenstein.
Whatever. Anyways. Have you ever played this game, Mort?
I didn't even know it existed.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Do me a favor.
Okay.
Play this game.
Okay.
This game is amazing. I love the music. I love the gameplay. I love everything in that game. Gabble, happiness, approval.
Go-Go Hypergrind is a 2003 North American GameCube exclusive release. It's a skateboarding game drenched in cartoon absurdity thanks to the artistic mind of John Kricfalusi and his animation studio Spumco. John Kricfalusi might be most famous for creating the characters of Ren and Stimpy. This Atlas-published game isn't a particularly great skateboarding game, but as many Atlas-published games tend to do, it has risen dramatically in price. Thanks to its mediocre gameplay and some of the off-putting visual design, that was enough for me to let it go from the collection. This is a weird one. So...
Like you?
True. Star Fox Adventures comes out on the Nintendo GameCube, but as has been told more than once, that game used to be called Dinosaur Planet on the Nintendo 64. The N64 one is thought to be lost. Turns out that the ROM was found, and now people are developing it and turning it into like an actual full-fledged release game. I bought these repro items. These are not official in any way, but I just think they're so cool and so novel that I couldn't resist.
That's so cool.
I got these on eBay. This is a Dinosaur Planet repro type box. The printing is pretty decent quality, but you can definitely tell there's nothing official about this. And then the cartridge as well, and this plays perfectly on the N64. The label itself looks like it could wear pretty easily, so you have to be kind of careful. These are eBay items. They're just different. They're unique. They're weird.
Really cool.
This company, Rare, on the N64, they carry...
Hey!
All right, This is my last thing. It's gonna be a 3-4-1 because I think these are the biggest one. What do you think?
Yeah.
Mega Man X2 for Super Nintendo. Not my favorite X game, but it's really cool. Next one.
Can't believe you got this.
This was in that collection that I bought the Turtles in Times.
Yeah.
Rock and Roll Racing. I love this game.
Yeah.
Of course, I love it. It's not sealed, but it's CIB and still has the age seal. That's how they call it.
I can't believe you got this.
Really?
I love it. I think it's awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Because I thought you would have already had this.
What?
This game. I thought you would have maybe already had it in your collection somewhere.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I bought it a couple of months ago.
Cool.
It's not that big. It's just a regular game.
Yeah, it's like
it's a regular game.
It's just Earthbound.
It's just Earthbound.
Yeah.
You want it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Deal. There, just
Earthbound. I never played it before, but I got the opportunity to buy it. Really good price. So now it's on my collection.
So Retro Rick had this photo he shared somewhere, and I noticed this box in his set, and for the longest time I used to see it and go, dude, please sell this to me, and he never did.
Good old Rick.
I'm on Mercari. Someone posts N64 for sale with a bunch of games, like $150. The thing is, it had this box.
That's expensive cardboard.
I sold the N64 console and all the games, got all my money back.
It's a regular N64?
It's a regular N64. There's not a lot of variant boxes. There's the purple controller one, and then there's like the Pikachu one, and then there's the different colors, and then there's the regular N64 box, and then there's this one. This one came with a copy of the game in it.
I didn't even know this was it.
Not only does it have the expensive cardboard, it has the expensive styrofoam in it.
Nice. That's so sick.
So I was sad that Retro Rick wouldn't sell me his, but I was glad to find one for free. Well, see you later, okay? Gabo.
Yes.
Thank you for coming to the garage.
Thank you for inviting me. It's an honor.
Of all of the games...
Wait. Can I use your restroom?
Yeah. Do you need to go right now?
I need to get my baby wipes. If I do number 2 outside my house, I have to have baby wipes. Wait, that was the best discovery of this year. Baby wipes.
Gabo's baby wipes. That's good. Of all of the things that you brought today, what's your favorite thing?
I have to go with Galgo's Quest. I was dying to find that game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Star Wars N64 box for me. I was so excited to add that to the collection. We've had a good time. We've been talking about all these games.
Sir.
This is awesome. Make sure you check out Gabo the Giver online, his YouTube channel, his Instagram. They're all posted right here. You gotta see him.
Thank you.
Say hello.
If you make it all the way here, thank you. See you guys next year.
Yeah.
Well, on 6 months.
We'll have to do this like once a month. With like
really?
the Mort